While everyone oohed and awed over Pope Francis and his first trip to the United States, what else happened in the news that the citizens of the United States missed? Some very critical economic and political actions happened, while all eyes in the media were gazing, awestruck, by His Holiness Pope Francis. His Holiness Pope Francis made history while visiting the United States, meeting with the House of Representatives and the Senate, in a joint meeting where he addressed such issues as the need for the United States to take in Syrian refugees, as well as climate change. He implored Congress to push past party lines and work together on immigration reform, the needy, the poor, drawing on Christian teachings of the Golden Rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. But while the nation was looking and listening to His Holiness, the struggle between the top contenders of the GOP primary race continued, as well as the stock market's ups and downs, and some questionable reports concerning the actual growth of the economy. Much of the nation was so distracted it missed many key issues that will have a much more lasting effect on their future than the visit of His Holiness. While His Holiness did attempt to enter the political ring and change the conversation to one of the moral high road, with his request to Congress to take care of people of the nation and their well-being before the greed of the dollar, the citizens of the nation, as well as the Pope, failed to see that according to the USA Today, the stock market here in the United States is in a funk, as well as the investors. Many are blaming China. Many are blaming the Federal Reserve's failure to raise interest rates. No matter the cause, investors do not have the faith in the growth of the economy, as the government and media would try to lead the citizens to believe. Never fear, though. What was lost on the economy was also lost in the current political wranglings of the heated GOP presidential primary. Contenders like Donald Trump continuing to moan and groan over the treatment he received during the last GOP presidential debate, the lack of the media properly reporting his poll numbers, and of course the personal attacks against him. And His Holiness journeyed from U.S. city to another, from D.C. to New York City, on to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, encouraging kind gestures among everyday citizens, embracing the earth with his agreement with the climate change theorists, and participating in the World Meeting on Families. The day after His Holiness met with Congress, Speaker of the House, John Boehner, announced that he was resigning as Speaker and also as Congressman in October. Many in D.C. are not sure what led to the Speaker of the House's decision to leave his position. Some think it might have been the fear of the government shutdown, or maybe he began to believe the likelihood that he would be removed by the majority for not doing his job at hand. Nevertheless, he cited it was in the best interest of the institution. While the media kept us mesmerized by the visit of the Pope, much to do about the pressures in our economy and politics went basically unnoticed by much of the nation. With the stock market on the downward slope, jobs being thrown away by Hewlett-Packard, laying off 3,000, and other companies like Whole Foods to lay off about 1,500 nationwide, not to mention a pending home sales growth being reported as a solid 0.4%. A visit from the Pope is nice, but it won't have a lasting effect on our economic growth. The media, D.C., and the rest of the nation should have had their eyes focused on what the nation needs more than the razzle-dazzle of the Pope visiting. The nation is mesmerized by His Holiness and his visit to D.C., encouraging Congress and the politicians to look after the welfare of the people, the planet, refugees, immigration reform, treating one another kinder, with morality greater than we know, while politicians are still fighting among themselves on how to best serve themselves. The media hiding and twisting a non-growth era into an illusion of the United States economy growing better now than we have been in a long time, and the American citizenry swallowing it all hook, line, and sinker. These are the very economic and political wranglings that went on behind the scenes while the nation was all eyes on what the media decided should be made aware of. Instead of reporting the real issue, was the oohing and awing worth the trade-off? Is the nation going to be more affected by the visit from the Pope in the long run, or the actions taken by the economy and the politicians while we were taken by His Holiness?